All right, my beautiful people, we are recording. Okay, welcome to your Boomerang team call of January. This one is on simplification of inviting, because I know that this is something that a lot of people struggle with, and I certainly did, and it's definitely a practice makes permanent, practice makes perfect type thing. So I'm just going to go over the why, the how, and some tips on how to simplify your invitation process. I'm going to go over the new daily tracker that I posted in our coach group, and then I'll leave the last like 5-ish minutes open for questions. So I'm just going to go ahead and mute everybody just in case, because I get squirrely and distracted. Okay, is everybody muted? I think, yes. Cool. All right, so I'm going to hold my board up as I talk because I know that I've got a glare in it. So I'm going to do this, and hopefully you guys can read this. Can I get a thumbs up if you guys can read it? It's not backwards. Good. Okay, so simple success. The first thing that I have on here is they can't say yes if you don't invite. So the number one thing that I get is people are like, Marie, how the frig are you hitting Success Club 10 plus every month? Every single month for 2 years now as a coach. How are you doing that? And I'm like, well, I'm just inviting. What are you doing? They're like, oh, I haven't run my invites this week. Ball drops. Do your invites, right? People can't say yes if you don't invite them, right? You cannot be scared of a no. You cannot be scared of a personal rejection, because it's not a personal rejection even if they do say no. It's usually a not right now, right? So they can't say yes if you don't invite. Why are we inviting? Let's get down to basics first. Like, it's usually easier, I'm gonna go over here. It's usually easier for us to do a better job if we know why we're doing what we're doing, right? I don't know if you guys are familiar with Simon Sinek, but he does really good work, and he's got a book called Start With Why. Brandon's actually reading it right now, actually on the couch, I can see him. That one's really, really good, and he talks about how the companies that succeed start with why, not with the what and not with the how, because when you start with the why, you're so much more deeply rooted in what you're doing than if you just start with the mechanics of what or how you're doing the process. Does that make sense? So that's why when we do coach training, like we just did our brand new phase 1, I think it was like day 1 or 2, we posted, what is your why? And it's so important to revisit it. It's so important to reconstruct it, actually, like every couple months. Go back to that, because it's really easy to take this job for granted. It's really easy to fall into the trap of, this job is really hard. People are saying no. This job is not hard. We get to work out, drink a delicious freaking chocolate shake, post on Facebook, and invite people to be in fun groups with us on an app. What? Are you joking? Like, you can work this job from anywhere. You get paid weekly in real money, not in fake coins or cars or whatever, or points. Okay, and we get to have this community, which is beautiful, and it just gets better from there with free trips and all that kind of stuff. I haven't posted in our team page about this yet, you guys, but I'm going on the Success Club 2018 trip to Riviera Maya. It's fully paid for. Fully paid for. So you have to hit Success Club throughout the year, and your Success Club adds up to dollars towards that trip. So for this year, my challenge to you guys is to hit Success Club 5 plus every single month, so that you can also qualify for that Success Club 2019 trip, so we can all go together. That would be badass. Okay, so the why. Why do we invite? First of all, I don't know if you guys, this is not working as I wanted it to, but whatever. We want to pay it forward, right? The first thing we do to invite is because what we have is a gift. And so, of course, we want to offer the opportunity, coaching or challenger, to other people, right? We were given the gift by somebody passed it on by inviting us, and every single one of us, I think I can speak for everybody, has had their life changed in some form by Beachbody. Put your hand up if that's true. Sweet, 100%. Okay, so we want to pay it forward. So that's our first, number one, why we're doing this. The second thing is we want to build a business, right? If you guys are on this call, it means you have legitimate intentions of building a lucrative business. To do so, you're going to need to invite some people so that you can help said people, so that you can build a business based around said people, right? So in order to build a business, what we need to do is we need to invite them so we can work with them and help people get good results and fall in love with the product, fall in love with coaching, and the cycle continues, right? It's not difficult. It's super simple, right? And then the last why is because you want to change your life. And if you want to change your life with this business, you're going to have to invite. You're going to have to get out of your comfort zone, if you want to advance to Emerald, Diamond, Beyond, if you want to build a team, if you want to hit Success Club and hit a financial goal every month, right? If you want to do all these things and change the means of your family's future and your future, you're going to need to invite. It all comes down to the invite, and that's why I wanted to make this team call on the invite, and that's it. Okay, so that's the why, right? Any questions so far? You guys okay? Okay, now we go to the how. This is my process, and it is so foolproof, okay? This is how I invite every single month. It's just 4 things, okay? So first, you're going to craft a list. Do not, I repeat, do not sit down and assume that you're going to just think of 5 to 10 names every single day to invite, because you're going to sit at your computer, you're going to end up scrolling, you're going to get choked, you're going to psych yourself out, and you're not going to invite anybody. And then you're going to be like, oh, well, that's good for today. Put up a post. Good for me. Not bad, right? And you won't have done any business building activities. I made this new tracker based around the vital behaviors, and then there's just a business task bar, which I'm going to talk about afterwards, but I did that for a reason. If you get nothing else done in the day and you can only get your business tasks and your vital behaviors done, that's great, but I bunched them together so that that could be a thing. Okay, so first thing you're going to do, you're going to craft a list. I personally have a notebook that I keep track of every single new friend that accepts my request that I send a message to. Okay, every single new friend, the date that they accepted, and if I message them or not. I also put a PC within brackets beside them if they're a potential coach. This makes it super easy for me when I'm like, yo, I'm doing a sneak peek. Who should I invite? Whoa, guess what? I have 100 people in my new friends notebook that I can scroll back and look who I put PC beside when I had messaged them originally. Okay, so it's little steps like these that you can take to help yourself out later on. I look like an old man right now. This lighting's really funky. Okay. So yeah, craft your list. Okay, so at the beginning of the month, I usually make a list of all my follow-up people, all my new people that I want to invite, people that have liked my posts recently. I'll reach out to them and say, hey, thanks so much for liking my post. If you like this kind of stuff, you would definitely love my Self-Love Club. I'm doing registration right now. Are you interested? It is as easy as that. Okay, you do not have to make the invite a complicated process, and you don't have to make the message itself complicated. Just reach out and say, hey, I'm a person and you're a person. I like this stuff. Do you want to come and like this stuff together? Like, that's all it is. It's seriously that simple. Okay, so you're going to craft a list. You're going to craft a message. Why do I say this? While we want to stay human and we want to avoid scripts when we can, sometimes I make a script and I will just copy and paste it to the people that I'm inviting that day. So for example, today I had 10 people that I was inviting. Why did I already have those 10 names? Because I had made a list, right? So I make my list, I go to those people, I say, I'll read it to you guys. I'm going to read it to you so that I can. Now we just have to wait 5 hours for my computer to load up this Word document. Come on, little guy. I think I have 2 or 3 examples on here, so that's why I want to open it up. It's coming. Oh.
Marie, maybe I can say something quick while we're.
Yeah, let's hear it. Yeah.
Like I'm trying to get better at tracking and making my lists and stuff because of course my warm market is fizzling out and I wasn't as good with my cold market at the beginning as I should have been. And so now like I find as I add them as a friend and they accept, that's where my list comes from. I don't necessarily message them right away, but when I work full time, I don't have time every single day necessarily. So when I do sit down, that's how I craft my list is from those friend accepts. And then I'm able to go back through and have people I can hammer out messages to right away, check them off, put the date beside it. And then I also know when I dated it, so when I can follow up to it. And I like your idea about the PC for possible coach, because as the list grows, that'll be harder to keep track of those people. But that's kind of how I build, because a lot of the people who like my posts are the same people who like my posts, right? Yeah. So I find that after I've added them and they've accepted, they get onto that list. And I don't necessarily message them right away. And then Roz's message that she passed on to me actually says, I'm sure you've noticed that I post about fitness and nutrition because they've watched you for a week or two and then you message them, and it builds that relationship a bit.
Yeah, that's beautiful. And actually, I'm glad you brought that up because I could touch on that too. So when I add somebody as a friend and they accept, only when they accept, okay, don't do it otherwise if they haven't accepted, because it'll go to their other folder and they just won't see it. So it's a waste of your time. So I wait till they accept my friend request. Then I go to message them. I send a copy paste friend request message. I just say, hey girl, or I say their name actually, sorry. Hey, Sarah, thanks so much for accepting my friend request. Promise I'm not a creeper. This is what I'm about. I just wanted to give you a heads up on what to expect from me in your news feed. And then I'll say something along the lines of, I'm trying to promote a positive body image for as many women as possible. I'm trying to spread good vibes on social media. I'm a teacher. And if you want more information on my self-love club or whatever, check out my website. Here's the link. Hope you have a great day. I look forward to getting to know you. And then if they respond to that message in a positive way, if they say something other than K, in which case I'm like, whoa, okay, maybe I'm not this person. But if they respond like, hey, that's so awesome, I'm super excited to see your post, I'll definitely check out your website or whatever, I'll be like, thank you so much, I really appreciate the support, hope you have a great day. And that's it. I'm not going to dive into an invite on that point. What I'm going to do though is I'm going to take that person's name and I'm going to write them down on my follow-up list in 2 months' time. Because if I give them 2 months to see my posts, and then I do this other thing where I have my follow-up list, and then the week before I do follow-ups, I go and like comment and like on those people's things on their Facebook page, so it's not just totally out of the blue. There's a whole system to my madness here. Do you get this? But it's all about practice, and you guys are going to figure out what works for you and what kind of systems work for you, and it's going to become second nature. So the invites that I wanted to read to you, this is one. This is the one that I literally just sent today, okay? This is what I say. And it was a copy and paste to 10 different people with some catering to our previous conversation. I said, hey, sweet lady, I hope you're having the best January ever. I just opened up registration for my February 13th Self-Love Club today, and I wanted to send you an invite. This month was such an awesome success with so many incredible ladies. I'm stoked to be able to run round 2. Are you interested in some self-love and awesomeness for February? Like, that's just how I speak. Right? I've got some exclamation marks in there and that kind of thing. Super simple. Nothing like, we're going to go over meal planning and all. I'm just, no, like, are you in for some self-love and awesomeness in February? If you are, say yes, you know? So, and then if they're like, oh, that sounds really sweet, what is that? Then I have another message that I can send them being like, hey, oh, I'm super excited to tell you about it. So Self-Love Club is this. I'm running it through an app. This is what we're doing. I'm posting a tip, trick, tool, resource, article every day, and it's been really awesome. And we're focusing on how to be healthy, holistically, mind, body, and soul kind of thing. So that's an example of an invite that I would send. Another invite that I sent that's not a follow-up or not a like inviting to a challenge group, I sent out an invite to a lot of people when the All Access came out. And actually, I don't know if you guys saw, I posted it to the team page? I can't remember if I posted it or I was going to. Carl Deichler just posted that he's going to give 20 coaches $1,000. Yeah, so I'm going to win that and get a new computer. Thank you very much, because mine's a dinosaur. But yeah, he just posted that he's going to give 20 coaches $1,000 just based on how many All Access Challenge Packs they sell. The All Access Challenge Pack is the easiest sell right now because it's legitimately the sweetest deal. Like $231 for the entire year of Beachbody On Demand All Access, including 3 new programs in 2017. Shakeology containers, portion fixed meal plan, Shakeco cup, and then your access as a coach. Like, that's unheard of. That value is unheard of. So I don't know about you guys, but when people are like, hey, I really want to try Pio and Shakeology, I'm like, sweet, let's get you set up with All Access, because you're going to do Pio first, and then after Pio, you're going to try the Yoga Library, and then you're going to try Insanity or something, right? So I'm really, really pushing that one because it is the sweetest deal, and people appreciate that. They appreciate when you're looking out for their best interest. And that kind of thing. Okay, moving on. So you craft a list, you craft your message, okay? Make sure your message is you. Whatever you do, just make sure that it speaks to how you would speak so it doesn't come off feeling icky, right? Some of you have expressed to me, you're like, I kind of just feel gross. I feel kind of salesy. That's because you're crafting a salesy message then. You need to change your message, write it how you would speak, read it, and then like react to it. So picture yourself receiving that message. How would you react to receiving that, right? It's like the 10 Commandments. Like, you got to just do unto others as you want done to yourself. That's what it is. So craft a list, craft a message, set a timer. I challenge you all to try this. There's an app called 30/30. It's a productivity app. Super, super awesome. I haven't been using it lately, but it is really good. And you can set which tasks you want and for how long you want to do each task. I challenge you guys to set a timer for 15 minutes and send out 10 invites in 15 minutes every day. Just set yourself a timer so that it starts to become a habit, right? And once you get over that initial twinge of, I don't really want to, invites are kind of uncomfortable, I'm putting myself out there. Once you get over that and it becomes a habit, oh my God, you were just going to do it. But as soon as you fall out of it and you don't invite for a week, this happened to me recently over Christmas. I invited like a mad woman for like a week, and then I laid off for like 8 days and didn't invite anybody. And then getting back into it, I was like, oh, I kind of feel rusty. What is this feeling? And it was kind of odd. So consistency, just like your workouts, just like Shaco, just like PD, consistency in the invite is really key here. So consistency is the very sexy word that we're going to go with for success in this business. Okay. And then the last thing I have on here, go time. Okay. Craft your list, craft your message, set a timer, send out those invites, do it every single day, and compound it over time, you will see success, okay? People will say yes. If they say not right now, you will put them on a follow-up list. If they say no, you will ask them why. And then if they have a legitimate excuse, you just put them on a no list. And in like 6 months, you just say, hey, I know you originally weren't okay with this, but I have a feeling that you really like what I have going on this month. And you know what? 8 times out of 10, they're going to be like, actually, I am. Thank you so much for remembering me. That's how it works, okay? So my last little bit here. This thing is massive, if you can't see, but my last thing is my list of tips, okay? Number 1, be a person. So just like I said before, message people the message that you would like to receive, right? It's just like, be the coach that you want to attract. Do you want to be a coach that posts, or do you want to attract a coach that posts salesy stuff and is unavailable and is a hypocrite because they don't do the workouts or drink Shaco or read PD, but they're asking everybody else to do that? No, right? Like, I would be such a hypocrite if I didn't use these tools to change my life, and then I would ask you guys to do the same. Man, you got to lead from the front. That is the key to success, okay? Be consistent and lead from the front. Number 2, keep your funnel full. What do I mean by this? This is your new friends. So how do you do that? It's the power of 3. You are adding at least 3 new people to your network every single day. So that's like 3 Facebook friends, 3 new Instagram followers, whatever that may be for you, whatever it looks like on the social media platform if you're choosing. Add people to your funnel daily, because like Sandy said, then you have this constant list of people. Like, I'm working straight up from a cold market list right now, and I have been for the last year because I exhausted my warm market list pretty quick, right? So now I work from a cold market list, but it's continuously growing because I'm always expanding and networking and adding new people as friends. And then other people come back around and my follow-up lists and stuff feed into it. So keep your funnel full and you will never be left being like, I don't have anybody to invite. There's literally millions of people on Facebook. There are always people to invite. Okay. My third one, I've already said this a few times, so I'll just say it one more time, but be consistent. Okay. Like, if I can get across anything from this video, it's just be consistent in your efforts and it will pay off, okay? Even when you're like, I don't think this is working, stick with it, because that's when it starts to work, okay? Number 4, the copy, paste, customize. That's kind of the messaging that I read you guys before. So I'll copy and paste sometimes I'll copy and paste and then I'll just customize a couple things. Like, I'll add their name in instead of, hey, girly. So I'll add their name, and then I'll say something about our last conversation, like, hey, Jenna, I hope you're feeling better than last time we talked. I know you had the flu. I'm just doing registration right now. Okay, see where I'm going with that? So personalize it, right? Like, I'm a human, you're a human, and I actually legitimately want you to join, and I do care about you. So that's how you do that. Number 5, set a message time. So I know a couple people in here were struggling with when to do their power hour, when to sit down and do messaging and stuff like that, and when to get it all done, because it just seems like there's so much. Okay, there really isn't. Like, get your workout in, read 20 minutes of PD, or listen to a podcast if you don't have time to read right now. Go and crush out 5 to 10 invites a day, right? Check into your challenge group at lunch or on a pee break or something, right? And you can schedule your posts and stuff. So it's really not difficult. It's just simple, and it just takes consistent effort. Okay, so set a message time. So my message time right now, because it's kind of funky with teaching and stuff, I had been doing it in the mornings, like before school, and then I stopped that. And so in the mornings before school, that's when I always do my miracle morning stuff. So I'll meditate, make coffee, read PD, journal, and then I'll post in the groups and like kind of create content and stuff. And then when I get home at lunch, that's when I'll start messaging now. So now that I'm not going to be teaching anymore, woo, as of next week, I'm going to be doing my messaging first thing in the morning, because I found that that's when I'm most motivated. That's when the least amount of people are online and I don't get distracted and that kind of thing. Finally, number 6, the not right nows, put them on a follow-up list, okay? Don't just be like, okay, girl, no worries, and then forget about that person. Remember that person. They will so appreciate you reaching back out. Like, how many of you in here, when I first asked you to join, said no? Probably a bunch. Yeah, Genevieve, for like a year, we chatted about it. I remember. Okay, so many people take seeing your stuff over and over again. I think it's like the average person takes 7 times for them to see your stuff before they can make a decision on when they want to commit or not. Like we live in a society where everything's coming at you, right? It's like, join my unique party, join this, buy this, try this product, do this, go paleo, do bleh, right? There's all this stuff coming at us. So our initial response is just to retreat back, and we're like, no, don't sell to me. Okay, so you have to be patient with it, and you have to be okay with doing a follow-up message. You're not offending people. I hope you're not sending them like slander in their messages, right? Just, you're not offending them by inviting them. You're inviting them. So think about it like you're hosting a party. Think about it like this. You're hosting a party. You want this person to come. If they don't come to your party, your party's still going to happen. Like, your party's not going to be made or broken by this person not showing up, right? Unless it was like a surprise 60th for Karen, and Karen really needs to show up in order for this shit to go down. But what I'm saying is, you're hosting the party, your challenge group. It's you're running it, right? People want to join. It's a party. Are you joking? That's the best. You've got like chocolate milkshake and dance tunes and all this stuff and good vibes. This person, if they say it's not for them right now, they say, you know what, this party is not for me right now, but in like 3 months, I might want to come to one of your parties. Sweet. I'm going to follow up with you in like 3 months. You guys, get what I'm putting down here? Okay, you're hosting a party. You're a friggin' badass, so deal with that. Okay, and then lastly, don't lead with Success Club on your brain. This is a really, really big one. I, for some time, a couple months back in the fall, I think, I was hitting high Success Club numbers, but I was like not stressed. What's the word? Yeah, maybe stressed. I was kind of pushing for it because I was like, I want to hit Success Club 20. I have these business goals. Yes, I'm going to authentically and genuinely help these people, but I want to hit these Success Club numbers. It was so much harder to hit Success Club when I was just focused on the outcome. So I don't know who's all in the self-love club right now, but I just posted this last week about process goals versus outcome goals. This is massive. Okay, when you focus on the daily process instead of just the outcome, you will hit the outcome as a byproduct, right? If you want to drop 20 pounds and feel super happy, the process of that is to drink more water, drink Shaco, read PD, work over 22 minutes a day to 30 minutes or whatever, right? You do that every single day and focus on the daily process and be here right now, and the outcome will come as a byproduct. Same thing with this. If you add new friends every day, if you send out your invites every day, if you're hosting a challenge group, right, and you're checking in with your people and not just leaving them stranded, doing that daily will compound, and you will always have a funnel, and you will always have people that will come to you for Success Club. It's just, when you have an attitude of lack, things are so much more difficult. But as soon as you adopt an attitude of gratitude, it's just like abundance happens. It's the craziest thing, but the law of attraction is so legit. Okay, I think that's all I wanted to say about that. I'm going to leave you with this quote. Some will, some won't. So what? Who's next? Okay, that is legitimately the quote I tell myself when I'm going through messages and I get like 32 no's in a row. And then that 33rd message, I'm like, yes, they want in. I can change their life. I'm so excited. Okay, and I'm going to mention this too. I know I've said it on other team folders, but Carly, you reminded me of it the other day. For anybody that doesn't know about my Fire Up folder, like Get Fired Up folder, I highly, highly suggest doing this. As soon as somebody messages you, like, I'm so inspired by your journey. Thank you so much for helping me with this. A coach messages you, somebody reaches out and they're just like, you know what? Thanks so much. I went to the gym today because of you. Like, thanks for inspiring me to live healthier. Screenshot that shit and put it in a folder, because you are going to need to see some positive stuff some days, right? This job is not always sexy. It's not always so fun. Most of the time it's so fun, but it's not always so fun. It's still a job, right? There's going to be monotonous tasks. So when you have those monotonous tasks and you're taking it for granted and you're not enjoying it as much as you could be or should be, look at that Fired Up folder, because I guarantee that'll put you in a better state of mind. So the last thing that I want to share with you guys before I open it up to questions and stuff, and I'm going to go through the chat I haven't seen yet, but the last thing I wanted to show you that new daily tracker. And actually, Ginny, I totally based this off of your one that you had posted. It's like a combination of yours and mine. So they basically had a baby. So that's pretty cute.
I stole it from someone else, so it's
fine. Perfect. Okay. So I had this one that I was using and it was too intense for my liking, and I was getting weird feelings when I looked at it, and I was like, man, this job I control every aspect of my job. So why would I have a tracker that I'm not enjoying using? So I made a new tracker. Okay, so on it, if you guys have downloaded it or printed it or whatever yet, feel free to. If you want to modify it, all you have to do is go to it. It's in our group. Click make a copy, and then you can just edit it from there. So you can take out you can take like this whole my schedule thing, you can take that right out of there if you want, and you can change it up however you like. But what I did is I split it into vital behaviors, right? So personal development, workout, Shakeology, and I added fill your cup because that's so imperative. And lately I've really been trying to focus on this. So whether that's taking a walk, taking a bath, unplugging from your phone, reading a fiction book, putting your feet up, like watching Ellen, I don't care. Whatever filling your cup means to you, if you could do that every single day, like with a 5-minute pocket or a 15-minute pocket, whatever you can manage, that's super important. So I added that in there as a vital behavior, okay? Fill your cup, because you can't pour from an empty one. And then the second thing I have on there is business tasks. So I've got check your coach online office. So like news, orders, new customers, that kind of thing. Once you hit Emerald, you get new customer leads from Beachbody. So I always email those new customer leads because that's super sweet. Number invited to join the challenge group, number invited to join to coach, number of follow-ups, and answer messages. So if you do nothing else in the entire day for your power hour and you just do your vitals and your business tasks, you're still going to be on track to have a successful business, okay? And then the third and fourth ones are building relationships and social media check-in. I'm just going to go over this super quick. So I don't know if you guys, hopefully everybody's seen this one in the group, right? You guys know what I'm talking about? Okay, sweet. So the building relationship ones. So I have add 5 new friends. If your number is 3, have at her, okay? I add 5 new friends because that for me has worked really well. And the ratio of people that accept versus not, usually I get about 4 accepts out of 5 or 3 accepts out of 5, okay? Stay with free. So add 5 new friends. Message the people that have accepted my friend request. We already talked about that. I always say happy birthday to people. Always, always, always. This is massive. First of all, I love getting happy birthday on my birthday. I get super stoked. My ego gets a little pat on the back whenever people wish me happy birthday on Facebook, right? Second of all, so it's first of all a little bit altruistic because I really do want to wish them happy birthday. Second of all, it puts me on their newsfeed and all of their friends see me. And then some of them might click on my shit and some of them might be like, hey, what's that girl doing? I'm kind of interested in that, right? So send out a message, get on somebody else's newsfeed. Facebook has these algorithms where if you don't get in contact with people for a long time, they take them out through your newsfeed cycle. Okay, so I like to stay on a whole bunch of people's newsfeed cycles and a whole bunch of new eyes, and this is how I do it. I say happy birthday. I reach out to old friends that I haven't seen on my newsfeed in a while, that kind of thing. Okay, it's very, very tricky. Then I have on there, thanks for liking messages. So that's a new thing that I've adopted that's working really, really well. So I'll go to my recent posts that have gotten a lot of attention, and I'll go through who's liked it, and bless all of your souls, you guys have liked it. So I haven't said thank you, so thank you for liking my post, first of all. And second of all, the people that are not associated with Beachbody at all, I'll reach out to them and I'll be like, hey, I just wanted to say thank you so much for liking my post. I know it just takes 2 seconds to click that, but your support really does mean a lot to me, so thank you. People are so taken aback when you just say a thank you, when you just speak a compliment, when you just speak a general kindness. People are like, whoa, who's this person? You're kind? Oh my God, okay, I like you, right? That's how genuine relationships start to form. That's how conversations start, etc. Next, I have on there number of hey girl reach outs. This is simply just conversations about nothing Beachbody. This is like, hey girl, saw your post about your new shoes you bought. Where'd you get them? Those look beautiful. Hey girl, I saw you got a new job at the hospital. Super well done. Congratulations, etc. Okay, and then finally the social media check-in. That one's self-explanatory, I think. So that's the new tracker that I'm doing. If you guys want, I offered it in to a couple of my PS coaches already. If you want to send me your tracker or send your upline your tracker on Sundays, Saturdays or Sundays to stay accountable, it's probably a really good idea. So just check in with your upline on that one. I'm just going to open up the chat. And I'm going to unmute all of you. And one video. Okay. You can answer at the end, but what do you have to qualify for the successful trip? Just go to the FAQ. Yeah. Who asked this one?
I did. I think Sam answered my question anyway, so.
Oh, sorry. Okay. Yeah, I should just read down the scroll. Is that what you're saying? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes. So just look in the FAQ for the exact details. But yeah, basically you just hit Success Club every month, and they have certain months, like January right now is a double dollars month. So every Success Club point you get counts as, I think, Jenny, can you correct me on this one, like $5 or $10? $10? Yeah, okay. So they're doing a double dollars thing. So like one Success Club point is $10. So if you hit Success Club 20 this month, right, that's a lot of money already from 1 month accumulated. Last year for the Punta Cana one, which is coming up, I earned well over my $1,200 based on just hitting Success Club 10 every month. Okay, so browse field again. One thing I heard the other day was treat your tracker like an actual business. If you were to go to your job and your boss gave you a list of tasks to do every day, you wouldn't just ignore it. It's so true. And that's why I set it up like that too. Like your vital behaviors and your business tasks, they're set up into sections so you can like do your business building tasks at once, do your social media check-ins at once, do your business tool ones at once. That's super smart. I haven't.
Yeah, I was going to add something for birthdays.
Let's hear it.
I was talking to Kirsten about this, and she said that she started to wish them happy birthday like the day before so that they really see your post, because that day, you know, they might have a ton of people saying happy birthday and then just like it. But if you do it the night before and you're like, hey girl, like happy early birthday, they're definitely going to like look at yours, and they might even click your page.
That's true. If you are super on the ball, which I sometimes am and sometimes I'm not, but if you're super on the ball, do that.
Birthdays.
Like hitting Success Club 10.
Okay, to Lisa. So I haven't encountered this yet, but for people that have the all access and decide later to sign up as a coach, how would you approach that? Like they may point out that they might not need a DVD version since they have access to everything online, but the $50. Okay, so sorry, can you just ask in person? What do you mean? So if they have all access to?
Yeah, like when you approach doing the coaching, instead of doing the $50, or they can purchase the challenge pack, but they may maybe protest the challenge pack since they already have an access to everything. Does that make sense?
I think
Right. Are they already on Shaco or no?
Well, I haven't, like, it's just something that I thought of,
Yeah, like
because I thought maybe inviting to coaching might be harder if they have the all access. So I wasn't sure.
you know what? I don't think so, because I think the all access promotes like a longevity and a love for the programs that otherwise wouldn't be there. But I will say this, if they're doing the all access and they don't have Shaco, then it might be slightly difficult. If they're like really against Shaco, then I would just like educate them on it, and that's all you can do, right? You can never force somebody's hand. But if they are on Shaco HD with the all access challenge pack, the next step would be for them to get the discount, right? That new coach Taylor that just joined our team, she's super sweet, and she's like, yeah, I just legitimately for right now want a hobby coach and have a discount on Shaco. And she started with the all access, right? And so that was a really easy transition. So like, as often as possible, try to help people get started with the challenge pack. It is the best deal. So it honestly, the best deal, first of all, and second of all, it gives them all the tools for success. So often people think that all they need is fitness, and we live in this weird society where it's like, I need to eat less and I need to work out more. And it's like, actually, you need to work out less and you need to eat more of the good shit. But people don't know that. So what we're here for is to educate people on how to lead balanced lifestyles, right? So we need to teach people, because, I mean, I didn't know. I made myself a hypoglycemic from not eating in high school properly. And for anybody that doesn't know, that's borderline diabetic. Like, I actually screwed with my blood sugars so much by not eating, also because I was sick and developing celiac disease and didn't like food because I couldn't eat anything without feeling badly. But I developed this thing because I didn't eat properly, and I would work out all the time and then just eat poorly, and then I'd feast late at night and stuff like that, and my whole body your body just needs love. Our bodies need love, and our minds do too, and we need to share that with everybody. But are there any questions about anything covered?
Can I have the name of that book that Brandon's reading?
Oh, Start With Why by Simon Sinek. And actually, if you guys are interested, write down 99U and go to YouTube and search the 99U videos. I'm going to sneeze right away, so I'm sorry, my eyes are going funny. But there's some really good videos on there. It's for like creatives and stuff. Oh, I'm going to sneeze. And yeah, Simon Sinek has some really, really awesome interviews. He's awesome. And if I could, while we're talking resources, if you guys go check out Shred Nation, that's Chelsea Pearson's team on YouTube. Andrea Crowder, I've been super digging lately. She's got some really sweet stuff. Angie Belmare posts awesome shit too, and she's Canadian. Rosa Friesen actually too, she's Canadian also. So these are some coaches that I'm kind of currently following and learning from. So yeah. Sorry, I'm sniffly and sick. Are there any questions?
Does the book start with why get better?
I know, sorry. Is it too like statistical for you?
I got like 45 pages in and I had to put it down. Like I couldn't read it anymore.
Okay, well, if you're reading 12-week year, then probably stick with 12-week year over that one, because that one sounds like it's going to be epic. Actually, you know what? A really good book that I should mention for you guys, if you haven't read The Compound Effect, first of all, read it like yesterday, because it's the best PD book there ever was. That's the first one I ever read, and it changed my life. And then the second one is also by Darren Hardy. It's called The Entrepreneur Roller Coaster. Super, super good. I have like every single line on every page underlined and like starred. Like it's just so good. And I don't know if you guys get in the habit of this, if you like to keep your books really pristine or not, but I dog ear and mark up my books. I love making notes on them and stuff. And I actually keep like a sticky note as my bookmark so then I can write the page number and like different quotes and stuff that I learned from it. Just a little teacher tip for you. Anyways, we have just under a minute left, so thank you guys so much for listening to my sniffly, sick voice. If you have any questions about inviting or anything wasn't clear or I spoke too quickly, just comment in the team page, reach out, right? We're all in this together. Yeah, I feel like I don't need to say that. You guys really rock. I really appreciate each one of you. So thank you so much for being a part of this vision that's bigger than just us. And I hope you have an awesome night, and I'm going to click off so we don't get cut off. Alrighty.
Feel better.
Take care, you guys. Thank you so much. I'm about to go. Maybe I'll have a hot bath.
That's where I'm going.
Nice bath time. Okay, bye.